Welcome back to another 8-minute deck tech with Jake and Joel or Magic. I am Joel. Today we are playing Monoblue Aggro, very lovingly referred to as Monoblue Shitters. We're right at the end of the game. Can we finish it off? Oh! Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate your time. If you would, consider liking, subscribing. It really helps us out, really helps the channel out. Let's jump into the Monoblue Aggro deck that everybody's talking about. This deck runs 19 islands. That's it. We're looking at 19 islands because if you look at this, the average converted mana cost of this deck is 1.61. How sweet is that? The entire deck is built around dropping these aggro 1-drops: Mist-Cloaked Herald, Benthic Biomancer, Pteramander, Siren Stormtamer, which is a 1/1 1-drop aggro creature that also protects our other creatures. The goal is to get Curious Obsession on one of these creatures. At that point, you're swinging in, you're drawing cards, you're constantly keeping your hand full. You're keeping your hand full of protection like Spell Pierce, Essence Capture, Wizard's Retort. You're playing Merfolk Trickster as a defense option. Tap the creature before it can attack, or pull a flying creature down to the ground, block, and kill it. Finisher in this deck, Tempest Djinn. Every time you play an island, the creature's going to get more powerful. There's not a lot of decks anymore running Lava Coil, so the 4-butt means that Tempest Djinn is going to be a tough one to deal with. Let's jump into some gameplay. That's pretty much the deck, and I'll show you how it operates. Now, this is an example of a pretty good opening hand. We've got 1 mana, we've got the Curious Obsession, we can get online with the Siren Stormtamer, and then almost immediately go into attacking and drawing cards, which is the whole goal of this deck. We'd love to draw another mana here. That would be super, but we're playing against a life gain deck here. Oh, this is interesting. So we're going to Curious Obsession, and then we're going to try and draw into that land that we so desperately want. We're hoping that just based on the sheer amount of cards, we're going to stay ahead of them. They are going to start gaining life, drawing cards off of Dawn of Hope, but there's not much we can do about that right now other than just try and stay aggressive. Stay ahead of them on cards. So here we're going to attack and hope that we can draw again into that second blue mana. But we do wake up with Opt, so that I think is going to be the need here. Right, perfect. And we're not going to miss the land drop. We're still going to be able to play a second Stormtamer. Next turn we'll be drawing 2 with the Curious Obsession, hopefully. We shall see. They've got a nice little life gain combo going against us, but we're just going to sit and play our game. This deck, I'm a huge fan of it. It plays creatures, it draws cards. It's one of my favorite things to do is draw cards in this game. We are going to take the action, and we are going to take the action. Not going to get that mana we wanted, unfortunately. So here we are protected with a Dive Down and a Spell Pierce. That's critical for this deck to protect the creatures that you've got Curious Obsession on, so that you can just keep getting in and keep drawing cards. So we can swing pretty freely here, knowing that if they don't respond, we're going to just keep drawing cards, keep digging for what we need, and we're protected with Spell Pierce and with Dive Down. We're not going to block here because we don't want to give up the Mist-Cloaked Herald to a 1/1 even if it does have lifelink. And we want to get that second Curious Obsession, that third, Curious Obsession online. It's just keeping the beats going, keeping the card draws going. Our hand is a little ridiculous right now because we haven't been drawing lands. But we do, thankfully, wake up with a land here. So we'll be online for a Wizard's Retort. Or a Dive Down or an Essence Capture. Really, now we're online. That's really the point. We're online to play cards. We're trying to dodge a board wipe here with the Wizard's Retort. They do have 6 mana online. We could see the kill all creatures. They haven't been playing creatures themselves. There's a Duress. So here, feel free, duress away, my man. My lady, my dude, feel free to duress, because our hand is full. We have been keeping it full this entire time and keeping the damage on. We got 2 unblockable and then 4 in the air. We've got a Wizard's Retort against an absolute board wipe, which is huge right now. Our opponent, I think, is just looking at this hand going, what do I take? Getting rid of a dive down so that we can get some targeted removal going, maybe. I think we are just going to start using the Wizard's Retorts. I mean, that's pretty much our only option here to avoid it. This deck is gaining a lot of life against us. This is an interesting matchup. That unanswered Dawn of Hope is really doing some work alongside Fountain of Renewal. I think we're going to need to resolve the Tempest Djinn here. See if we can get some more mana. That is what we need. Perfect. Play this. Stay open for a Siren Stormtamer. I think that's the smarter play right now. If we untap with the Stormtamer, we'll be able to play the Tempest Djinn next turn. Otherwise, we've got Spell Pierce, Wizard's Retort, we've got Merfolk Trickster, Siren Stormtamer. We've got some options open. The thing is now is that we've got Tempest Djinn on the battlefield and it's protected. That's going to be huge for us to close this game out. Really hoping we can get there. I'm telling you, this mono blue deck right now seems to be one of the decks to beat in this format. It has a great matchup against the burn deck. It has a great matchup against the control deck, the Wilderness Reclamation deck that's running around right now. Really, its worst matchup is Drake's, and I really don't have that much of a problem with Drake's. This deck, if it gets its perfect draw, feels unbeatable, and if it gets a solid draw, you've still got a lot of options to try and dig down, find that protection, find that creature, pump it up, get through, fly over with the Djinn, and figure out how to find a way to victory. If you like this, if you like our other videos, again, consider liking, subscribing. It really helps out the channel. We'd appreciate it so much. Other than that, I'm tapped out. I'll catch you next week. Let us know what deck tech you want to see for Arena. I'm Joel. Catch you later.